Week 24 on my road to Worlds. This week was my most physically strong week that I've had in terms of like board climbing, so just straight physical strength, which is good since I'm currently in a strength cycle in my training, and it is good to see the work that I'm putting in being paid off in that way. My comp style is not where I want it to be in terms of comp, but at the moment I'm not training for a competition because comp season's over for me. So I'm just trying to get as physically strong as physically possible. So in terms of my progression that I made this week, I guess, on the spray board on my Monday session, I sent 3 of my mini projects, one of which was a comp simulation boulder that I did during, I think, my first 10 weeks on this series. And I did it within a couple goes where I wasn't able to do the second move during that comp simulation. And then on my 2 kilter board sessions that I had later in the week, I sent 7 V11s as well as dropping a last move of a V13, which is very out of the blue for me. Just being able to just do those things out of nowhere just shows that physically I'm making some progress. And then my comp style needs a bit of work, but that is not the focus at the moment, which isn't too bad. So let's have a look. So I started with this one purely because this is one of my friend's boulders, and he was the only one that has done this boulder, and I couldn't let him have that. So this is his boulder that he set, and I just couldn't let him be the only one to send this boulder. This move here was kind of hard because that hold I'm grabbing onto, albeit that's positive, you kind of on a dual text thumb, so you can't really pull yourself in. And then the intended bait is to get like a heel toe cam, where your right hand is and where you cross the left, but I didn't want to break my ankle, so I just decided I was going to just campus up into this next move. And yeah, I was able to, it took me a few goes to do it, but I was able to get it done. And the rest of it's just kind of campsing on jugs, which is not too hard. So he wasn't happy that I broke his beta, but yeah. So this boulder here, I wasn't able to do the second move, like I said. So being able to stick that was already progress for me. And then I just needed to figure out how to do the rest of the boulder. If you guys know which episode in the series this boulder was from, leave it down in the comments. I tried from here, just kind of doing the top section if I had like stuck that third move, just to see what the rest of the boulder was like. And although it was fairly difficult, it wasn't that hard that I felt if I did the third move, I wouldn't be able to do the move again or the top of the boulder again. And again, the second move felt really, really easy for me, and I was happy I was able to just repeat it really quickly. So my plan here was, instead of just jumping straight from the ground in the pocket, I would get like a toe hook and kind of bicycle this style hold. So I kind of release on the way up and then just pop that last little bit, as you can see here. So just getting that toe in, bicycling in to keep myself in the wall, and then just popping up. And it just got me there, which is, I guess, good enough. And then, again, the top section of this boulder was hard, but I was strong enough that it wasn't impossible, and I was able to repeat it straight away. This was quite a nice boulder, which I found an alternative beta on. So the intended beta is you go out to here, and then for the next move, you kind of cross into this black one that I'm crossing into now. You move your feet and you bump up again. But the slope just felt really bad. And when my friend was setting this boulder, I had the inclination of going straight from there and skipping the black and jumping straight up, but I wasn't able to do it. And then I tried it just on a whim on the night, and it felt really easy. So going from not being able to do it at all when he set this boulder a few months ago to now being able to do it and it feeling pretty easy. Again, just a testament to the gains I've made up until now, which is pretty good. Now skipping past my killed sessions, I wasn't able to get them on video. Into the comp style, just a nice little waste of my flash on this boulder. And then just a really cramped position, just trying to learn the move. I guess when I say comp style, it's not really like comp style like this, because on this boulder, for example, I was able to get this move within 3 goes. So if anything, it's almost just pure slab boulders. Because even though I did that move terribly, it felt really chill, really easy. And then just jumping straight to the top, very easy. This boulder here, had a really good fall on this problem. So I didn't video my flash go on this, but so this is taking my second go on this boulder, and is probably the biggest fall I have taken in my climbing series since I started this. That foot that I'm on there feels terrible, and I'm not trusting it enough. And then just belly flop and whiplash myself. My neck is still sore, so it was a pretty big whiplash there. I tried to figure it out, but I just kept sliding on the fat pinch on the right, sorry. I just wasn't able to get there again. I tried to do a different beta. So once you hit this, the ideal thing is get the right foot up and then swap to an undercling. But I just did not want to trust that left foot. It just kept firing on me, and I just did not feel comfortable on it. So I tried to find something different, but I just wasn't able to figure it out. So this is a boulder that I'll probably go back to this week and just try and figure it out. I'm sitting there wondering what the hell do I do. This is a really physical boulder, probably the most physically powerful boulder on the comp set at this gym. So after dropping the first move, I just try and figure out what the rest of the boulder's like, just so I can give it a go. I like that move. That one's a really cool move, just really powerful in the shoulders. So my thought process here was hit this right hand, get the knee bar in, and kind of like let the knee bar rock me over. And I just didn't reach over enough to actually get the good part of the hold. So I tried to just kind of skip that right hand, go left hand up, and then just jump straight out. And I found that ridiculously difficult. I had nothing on that left hand at all. I ended up sticking this on the second go that I tried it on, which I'm very happy about, because normally my footwork wouldn't be good enough for that. So again, just a testament to the progress I've made in terms of my foot tension. And on this go, the knee bar actually did work well, which is good. Once I hit the knee bar, I hit the hold, and I was locked in. I couldn't move anywhere but outwards. So I moved on from that into this green one, which had this really awkward kind of generation. Just learning the move took a few goes. Trying not to jump out, trying to go as slow as possible. But once I learnt the move, I was able to repeat it every single go, kind of just trying to slow it down as much as possible. Almost trying to stand on the foot and then just reach up. And this top section is just squeezing hard on slopers. Which still not a strong suit for me. Like, my fingers are feeling really strong, but my sloper strength still isn't feeling the best, which is not ideal. So now I'm just trying to figure out how to do this top section, because I guess that's where the tricky part of it lies. One of my friends said to get like a toe hook underneath here, work the treat. So now I wanted to get my foot up. I just didn't want to pull up too high and just fire out of the hold. So I just wasn't able to do it then. So another one of my friends had the idea of, before that, I just tried to just jump into it. Didn't work again. So from here, I'm trying to get into here and then try and just hand heel match, which seemed like the best beta, because it was the only beta that actually seemed to work after giving it a few goes and just figuring out the hand placements and how to position my body. It was still just very, very hard. The holds were not nice holds. Not much more. That's pretty much the basis of the climb. Just trying to sink in there. Once I stuck that, the top move was hard, but it wasn't quite impossible. I would find out how much harder it is from the ground. again, being able to do the first move pretty comfortably. And then as I go to get the heel up, I just rotated out and I wasn't able to pull myself back in. I had a bit more luck with these couple goes, but then I started struggling with the left hand crimp on like the second last, where on this go, I hit it pretty much just 2 fingers on, and I just wasn't able to pull through. And then my next go, I hit it, and my finger pops off, which pretty much gets me in 2 fingers again. So on here, I'm just 2 fingers on a 0 text hold, just trying to pull through on like absolutely nothing. Wasn't able to swap the heel into a toe, so made the move really hard. So again, happy with the first move, doing pretty well on that. And then the top move was just ridiculously hard. Another boulder that I'd want to go back to and try again for next week. I nearly stuck it, just my finger just popped off and I just got nothing out of it. This is my flash boulder on this one, and I kind of just misread it and just slipped off. Getting that left toe again just let me come into the hold first before cutting loose. And the way that I read it and seeing one of my friends do it is kind of like a press, like double press, get the foot out right and then bump up. I was in such a terrible position. I did not feel great at all. So I tried the move here, just going right hand to the lower one, left hand to the higher one, which then meant when I'm pressing in a higher position, and just trying to get that press in and lock the left shoulder before I move, instead of locking the right and the left arm being still fully straight. And then trying to go from here into the double Gaston felt really hard. I really like this climb, actually. It's a good boulder. From here, yeah, I just skip the press, go straight into that. And then instead of the double Gaston, just cross through there and then just continue through. It's really suited my style a lot better and just made it a lot easier. That again, really physical move. I was able to stick it really easily. And then last move was really cool, just nice little cross. This boulder is another really tough boulder. This is where my mental, I started getting annoyed at myself on this day because of this boulder. Purely because I found the bottom section, it was tricky, but I just wasn't able to do the move to the second last at all. I gave it numerous goes. I think I cut a lot of my goes out on this boulder, just because I'm doing the same thing, where I just kind of cross through, but I just can't pull in off that right hand, which really started to annoy me. And yeah, I just couldn't stand the frustration, and after a while I just kind of moved on. There's another boulder that was it took me a while to get the commitment to the first move, so that one was I just didn't commit to it. And then this one, I clip my foot as I go through on the first move and just knock myself off. And I'm already really annoyed here. I probably should have just taken a little bit and cooled down, but it's getting a bit later. So I just start throwing goes at it. And I was able to actually stick the move. And once I stuck the move, I realized it wasn't really that hard. I needed to actually just pull into it more and stand up and just commit into the stand up, rather than almost trying to reach it from far away, just trying to stand up into it. This move is a move that I would have really struggled on a little while ago, kind of clamping the volume and moving my foot down, but I was happy, as I was doing it, I was like, wow, I normally wouldn't be able to do this. And this exact moment, I am completely lost. I have no idea what to do. I have no idea how to get my foot over and move my weight, because I'm just on a little chip there at the moment, and I just completely lost. So I pull back on just from this position, trying to figure out just what to do. And I kind of figured it out, but at the same time, I don't know if I did, because I kind of stood up, and as soon as I just straightened my leg, it just pinged off. So I moved on to this one with one of my friends, which is a style that I am really, really bad at, because I don't think I've ever done a move like this. The one time I did, my ankles were feeling terrible, so I didn't actually commit to it. The idea is you run across the volume and kind of slide down into the foot chip there, which I started learning and I started getting better at it. It was just executing it, which was really, really difficult. I just have to keep throwing goes at this, I guess, and just learn how to run across the volume, learn the timing of it all, and yeah, just a boulder I have to get back to. Got a lot of boulders to get back to. We had the idea of doing it just like a little fakie in there, so you don't have to swap feet, you just kind of go right, left. The hand generating off was not good enough and almost fell too far away, so we abandoned it again and just kind of went back to the original. I started learning of, like I did there, kind of instead of stepping front on, really opening up my right hip as I step in, going right hip in and fully forcing my way over. And it felt like I was getting closer. I think that might be the way that would work for me. It's just one of those things that will take a lot of goes to learn. I feel like I get closer and closer. It's just I'm just not able to do the move. I'm doing it wrong in some sense. I like my closest point to the wall is at the top of the grave volume, and I'm falling out of it instead of continuing my momentum in so that I have time to hit the foot and get stabilized. It's just one of those things of trusting my feet, trusting the volume, learning the move. A lot of factors which I'll probably spend a bit of time on because this is a move that I'll probably need to learn. And then I just wanted to try the top of this boulder, and by this time my feet were hurting so much I didn't really want to put pressure on that right little chip that I'm on, so I kind of just threw for it with no footwork involved. So really good week. I'll be able to try these again, and then I'll be back on a deload, so I'll have my Monday session that I'll be able to get videos of, and then it'll be my deload session, or like a 2 session, then my deload week where I'll just be resting and recovering, and hopefully making some gains from the training that I'm doing further than what I'm already doing. And my coach reckons that he has discovered some new things, so as of the next training cycle there'll be different things being implemented. So with all that being said, I'm pretty excited about what's going on now. Stick around for the journey.